Okay, hello guys, and once again, welcome back to the channel. This is MMOPH, and you're currently checking out the Puppet Master or the Puppeteer. So we are going to check out what are the different skills, what are the most common stats, or what is the common stat to use. And in addition, we would also be checking out what is the main attribute and what is the main element for the Puppeteer or the Puppet Master class. Okay, so the first thing we would want to check would be the main attribute. So we have two main attributes for all the main classes in the game. So just click on your avatar, and as you can see here, the main attribute of the Puppet Master or the Puppeteer class would be magical attack. This is in Chinese. I won't be able to screenshot a translation, but you can open your phone or your game just in case for reference. And the second main attribute would be critical level increase. So those are the two main attributes. So we are a magic attack class, or this is a magic attack class, and we would want to increase the critical level. So these stats are actually based on the game system or on the game recommended attributes and game recommended stats. For player recommended stats and attributes, that would be entirely different because that would depend on the player itself on what he would choose to increase. Okay, next stop, we would be checking out the main stats. So for all the different classes, we have three main stats that we can focus on. For the Puppet Master class, it would be the same. So ang pinapakita dito is Constitution, Intelligence, and Dexterity. So you can either choose Constitution, or yes, you can either choose this or not, but your main stat would immediately fall to Intelligence. So dapat ito ang pinaka main or top priority mo, Intelligence, because this will add to attack and your overall rating would immediately be affected because sabi nga, it's all about attack. So the second would be Dexterity. So those or these three are the game recommended stats that you would want to focus on. Pero kung player ka naman and you have a lot of investments or funds and nag-transfer ka lang ng class, this would definitely switch up. You can definitely focus on other stats as you see fit depending sa equipment options mo din. So siguro yung iba would opt out for Constitution and would instead focus on Dexterity, Intelligence, Dexterity, or Water, etc. depending on the player. So these are the stats. So what is the main element? So the main element is wind. The other is probably this would be fire, water, earth, wind. I'm not sure. So you can leave a comment kung ano nga ba yung mga nandito. Pero I'm pretty sure this would be wind. So the puppeteer is a wind element class. Okay, regarding attacks. So as you can see, we are a ranged attacker or magic ranged attacker similar with the soul dancer. Ang pinagkaiba lang niya sa Soul Dancer is that sa Soul Dancer, pag umatak, yung orb bumabalik agad. Sa Puppeteer, pag umatak, yung puppet, minsan hindi agad bumabalik. So, uh, you can see the puppet staying on the location of the enemy and the puppet is the one doing the attacks for you. Nagkakaroon ka ng hand signals. As mentioned, you're the puppeteer. So, yung puppet mo naman is the one doing the attacks. Okay, so what are the other things that you need to know? We need to check out, of course, the skills. Okay, if you open the skills, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a total of 7 skills. Before, it was only 5. I think these two were added pretty much recently siguro. So, probably pag-release ng C, either kasama na to lahat, etong additional 2, or we would only have this 5. So, I'm not sure. Pero sana lahat na para kumpleto. Kumpleto regados. Okay, so this is a passive skill. You won't be able to see this on the platform if you're attacking or grinding. Now, these are all activated skills. So, makikita mo siya sa interface when you're attacking or grinding. Now, let's go check this out. So, hindi ko na siya explain in detail because it's in Chinese. And once it gets translated to English, sigurado mag-iiba na naman yung meaning. So, I'll just leave it alone. Okay, so now let's check out the actual skill. Okay, so the first skill is our bread and butter. The cooldown is very short. It's around 5 seconds. Nag-iiba rin siya depending or when you use this buff. So the first skill is AoE. Most monsters that are close together will get hit or affected. Now the second skill is another AoE skill. As you can see. The third skill is the same. So it's another AoE skill. And the fourth skill is another AoE as well. And the fifth skill is a defensive buff. So yung last skill natin is a defensive buff. I'm not sure how long the buff would remain. But yeah, I think this is a defensive buff or a buff overall to provide additional options. Not options, stats siguro sa character mo. So ano mangyayari pag ginamit natin tong buff or activated buff? Well, the first thing that you'd notice is that yung cooldown ng first skill mo is malilesen. So, pwede mo siyang i-spam. How about yung second skill? So, sa second skill, the cooldown is still 26 seconds. Sa third or fourth skill, it's still 26 seconds. And sa last skill, it's still the same. It was not affected. It's still 26. Fuck! Mahirap na. Kailangan na talaga maghanap ng partner. 26 seconds cooldown. So those are the things that you need to know regarding the Puppeteer or Puppet Master class. Okay, the mechanics of the skills are actually quite fun to watch. So magana tayo? Full auto naman. Tignan natin kung paano ba siya mag-skill when it's all in auto. Lipat tayo sa medyo mas malakas para madaming kalaban. Okay, there we go. So, we're attacking in full auto. So, ganyan na magiging mechanics ng skills. Medyo layo tayo para makita yung range. So, we are around mid-range pagdating sa attacks. Really similar with the Soul Dancer. Now, kung bakit mahina yung attacks ko, because I really don't play this character in the Chinese server quite a lot kasi hindi ko rin maintindihan masyado yung mechanics because of the language. So, the most common thing that you would notice with the Puppeteer is that the puppet would be the one doing attacks. Yun na yung mention ko kanina. You would be flailing your arms around. Yes, palipat-lipat na lang yung Puppeteer para umatak. So, may party buff ba siya? Wala. Siya ba ang magiging pangontra daw sa Reaper? I don't know. I think ang pangontra sa Reaper is any type of class as long as you are well invested. Siguro medyo lugi lang talaga is minsan Soul Dancers because they were a class made for increasing the party or increasing the yung capabilities ng isang party. Pero as of now, sa most games naman, usually pag tumatagal, nagiging medyo useless ng healers not unless magkaroon ng ibang skills or ibang dungeons na necessary talaga sila. Pero mapapansin nyo naman ngayon with all the whales, hindi na masyado kailangan ng party. And minsan yung nagpa-party pa is whales lahat. So, napapabayaan ng mga soul dancers. So, hopefully magkaroon ng ibang buff or medyo gawin nila maganda pa ang mechanics ng soul dancer. So, regarding sa pangontra sa Reaper, I think any class na well-invested would definitely have a standing chance pag PvP or anything else as long as i-consider mo na pares kayo ng skills, pares kayo ng ratings. Pero kung ang kalaban mo naman is talagang highly rated, kahit anong class ka pa, malulugi ka talaga. Okay guys, so that's it for the video for now. So this is MMOPH. Those are the most common things you need to know about the Puppeteer or the Puppet Master para magkaroon kayo ng idea. So the Puppet Master will be released next week on the 29th on the C server. If you have other questions, you can leave a comment, leave a like as well. Ma-appreciate ko yan ng masyado. And thanks for watching MMOPH. And maraming salamat. And pasensya na medyo kapos sa boses kasi ang tagal ko lang din nakakapag-record.